Web C and the Model Rocketeer. It's we're not supposed to be using this background scenery anymore. Let's get with the program. So that's what's in the hangar.
Switch the
You
program.
got it somewhere. I'll get it together. I'll get it together.
It's like an audible. You gotta call it on the fly.
There we go. We'll get it together. We'll just go through all our shows. How about that?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, here we are. It's what's in the hangar it's what's in the hangar. No, it's late night.
Yeah,
Web C in the morning.
We are gonna go through. I told you, we are going to go through all of them. Welcome. It's the cutting board post. Next up is the sideboard.
Total tutorial tools day.
Stay tuned for Bangers RC. It is the hump day roast.
Oh yeah.
With your host with the most.
Okay.
You can spread it on toast better than most.
Oh yeah.
Make some gross.
Oh
toast.
wow.
Make something
That
gross.
sounds kind of. Alright. It sounds like something an ogre would say. I'm gonna make something gross.
Oh man, awesome.
Meanwhile.
Yeah, no doubt. Welcome to Kid Match Late Night. I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for having me.
We're here. Have no fear. Uh-oh. The dogs are having too much fun.
I've never met that. Well, it's been.
So tonight while we're hanging out, I'm going to be working on the high-grade messer from the movie Hathaway's Flash. And so this is a pretty awesome kit. It's a big guy. It's not a little guy. But it's not a lot of parts for a big kit. So it would be really nice to see how they do with the color separation they got going here. There are not very many color correcting stickers to come with this kit. So like to give you an idea, that was fun. There they go. Might not even use them. So, doing the old classic thing I normally do, put the parts in the bins, nip them out 2 times in a row. So I'm halfway through the kit already. We're on bin number 6 going into for getting it off the runner.
Yeah. And I see in your cloud watch here with the he's got a good pose up here.
Oh, look at that. Got them bad boys rolling out.
I'm kind of trying to do an Iron Man style build with. I don't know. I'm still working on it. Definitely needs to be painted though.
Gotcha. Speaking of which, what is your paint style that you're using? I mean, I do understand sometimes circumstance could dictate that, but what is your preference? What are you working with?
Well, I mean, I've done models before with like brush paints. I want to try something different with some of the ones I'm doing. So I'm open for suggestions.
What brand of paint are you brush painting with?
Well, I usually use what is it? The stuff you usually get at like hobby stores, like Hobby Lobby, basically is where I usually go.
Okay, so I'm gonna say
I need to find better brands.
Indeed, you could, but any brand will work. We got a friend of ours, Brooke man. So all of the Brooks we know, dude, you can use whatever kind of paint you can find. It can make the build. You just got to make it work for you, and that's the start because it's freedom to do whatever you want. So be encouraged to at least test ideas because you can always clean them, right? Clean them up, take the paint back off of them, and start again. And later on, after you get some more skills in your belt, but don't be afraid to use what you can or what you get. But is it like enamel paint? Is it testers or is it an acrylic paint? Just rinse with water.
Well, it's definitely not it's I think it's oil based.
Okay. You might be over there shopping in the real paint supply area to get oil paint. I guess maybe Mike would have to weigh in on that because Mike's our in-house paint expert. He's at that real high level. I would say the elite level. I call that level 5. In the paint department of usages and understanding what it
I
takes.
think it all depends on what you're comfortable with and what you are allowed to work with where you live. So, like, some people can't work with a lot of heavy chemicals, so I recommend going with those lighter water-based style things or alcohol-based. Because alcohol-based markers and stuff or alcohol-based paints evaporate fast, the smell goes really fast.
Right.
Unlike a lacquer
that's-
or or enamel where that smell stays. That's a heavy smell, and using those are much more. You got to be very choicey about using those.
That's where they're gassing off. Like I said, Mike's got the expert. He knows he's got to let them gas off. Sure.
For
so
painting, alcohols or water bases are really where you're going to get your bang for your buck because you can mix them easier, you can thin them, you can add levelers, you can do so many things. Like I just put all my stuff away, but I have all that. I have those type of things where you can take any kind of water base and mix it with these couple products I got, and it's a leveler. One of the products is a hardener. And then another one of the products is just a thinner. And you mix these three things together, and they create really good products and really good. I'm really super happy with them.
So. Like if you could send me a few lists of maybe a few items that I might want to look for.
Oh, just those. It's all Createx brand. The water base that I use, it's Createx. So it's the stuff like if you go to Hobby Lobby, it's the stuff in the airbrush aisle. But you can use it for hand painting. So here, I can just show you.
Because I use Vallejo paint, and that's the same thing. They're right there in the hobby aisle. I buy the air specific kind, and I hand brush with them also, or I buy just a regular paint, and I will thin them, and I can spray them.
Yeah, like right now I do not have the ability to use a air gun, which I wish I could. To be honest, I've never used one before, but I've been wanting to get to that level. So yeah.
There's some pretty awesome entry grade kits that can get you started. I was able to pick one up at Hobby Lobby, and it's a fish, an aquarium air pump on steroids, and I have a really decent Iwata Neo brush. It's entry level, but it works well, and the pump is strong enough to operate it if the paint, then the viscosity is proper. It will spray, and I can't control it, and I can write with it with a pencil. So it's just about loading your tool, and something like that might be in a price range, for a beginner at some point when you get to it. And I would look into it. Or something like that. Mike got a really nice setup with like a dual feed. It's that's high level. I'm not at that personally. I straight build for the most part, and I will brush paint details, which is mostly inner frame, stuff like that, basic stuff. Or rattle can. I'll rattle can certain parts.
Yeah, well, me and Littles were putting together her Halloween costume. We ran the dual airbrush system, and it worked out pretty well, actually. It's pretty fun being able to run two airbrushes at once.
So some of the guys in this, if you guys go on the Kit Bash site, Facebook page, you'll come across one called Death X Gundam. You've all seen that. I actually did that with Sharpie.
That's pretty cool.
Interesting. We have another member that builds it like that. So where did you get the idea to use the Sharpie? I know not rocket science. It's like to say it.
Well, it just kind of came to me. Well, I don't have much space. I really, at the time that I started the build, I was thinking, what can I do that would dry quick and would still look decent and that I know how to use. So that's when I came up with fracking Well, the Sharpie, because like I draw, so like that would be kind of like right up my alley.
Definitely.
Okay, cool. Dude, that's awesome. But I know, like you said, you like to draw. Have you thought of getting like the real fine pointed Sharpies and start doodling some wicked bad filigree onto it?
Well, you see, the thing is, if you look at the Death X, there's a design on some of the like the inner wings of it, because technically there's 3 different sets of wings there on that one particular one.
Right on. No, I mean
The ones that are closest.
General, like you were to take just a mobile student, take a black Sharpie, fine point, start doodling all over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I was thinking about that one with actually the one that I'm building now. Like try to like outline it, and then go back in with like either like start off with like red or something, and then once that's dried, go back over it with like with an ultra fine. I thought about that. Yeah, like I would have to like test it on some things.
I've been seeing some incredible art, that goes around the world. People use Sharpie markers. I'm like, dang, yo.
Like I've seen some pretty cool stuff like on some of them. Like, don't get me wrong, like some of them are like really cool.
Critical parts.
Yeah. Like I've seen people use Sharpies on the models, like certain models, for like when the armor meets together, or where there's like shading in it, like stuff like that, like where the armor comes together and it after they've etched it out, or yeah. But yeah, I've thought about it a couple times, and I'm kind of wanting to try, to be honest.
Cool. I hope somebody out there hears this and takes advantage of this. But I thought, like, using a Dremel or something like that to engrave the entire thing. Like those guys that engrave like lighters and stuff on TikTok or Instagram, to engrave the entire exterior armor of a gunpla.
That would be interesting, to say the least. It would take a lot of work, depending on which one. Yeah,
like I wash it so that you can see all the detail. Highlight.
I've seen somebody take a Gramps Gundam, an RX-78 too. I've seen somebody take one of those, and they did like wrought iron paisley.
Oh man!
They carved and cut wrought iron paisley into the whole entire kit.
That is actually cool. That would be pretty wicked.
I just feel like that they used the Dremel and a sharp point file.
Yep.
And,
like I actually have done etching on metal before, but never a plastic. That would be a little different.
But the reality of it is identical. It's just not flat. It could be a curved surface. If you're a master carver, the curved surfaces or compound won't be matter. But I could see it totally be done. It could be totally done. I don't have that skill or the time or patience.
So it's the three-dimensional effect that you're looking at. Yeah, I know.
I'm more of a judge kind of guy. I'm not a builder. I'm a judge. I have an eye for things. I have my hand skills to do other things. I'm not a master gunpla builder, but I have an eye for finding a master builder, or somebody like that, because you can see it in the details. I'm looking for things that not everybody sees. So
yeah. It's really amazing. I'm not a master either. I'm a podium builder, but I'm not a master.
Hell yeah, Mike's a fucking podium builder. That's awesome, dude.
That's really cool. If you're not a master, I don't know who is, bro. Because really, you got some skill.
Well, the way I look at it is nobody's really ever a master of anything, because you're always learning more. But besides that, what I'm saying is, like, I'm a podium builder. I make it to the podium. I'm happy, that's what I do. Besides just doing all these podcasts and everything, a lot of my builds will be going towards like competition stuff. So, I was just super stoked to make the podium this fall. That was awesome. It's really hard in that group that I made the podium in. So they are very strict on their judging. So it was very nice to be able to make a podium.
I've I've read that it is extremely difficult to even get past semifinals in certain ones. Like if you go regional, that's crazy as hell, but in a good way.
Yeah, we got so here it's like there's 1,100 builders in our community here in Minnesota. So
Yeah,
with that
there's not many in this town, so
I'm like the only
out
one.
of that 1,100, there's only like 90 of us who take competition any kind of serious, and then out of the 90, you're lucky if you get 10 of us to enter any competition at one time. So that's kind of where that weirdness plays out, is the trickle downs of it all is, so by the end of it, like I was only competing against 9 people. So I had a much
oh
higher
wow.
chance of winning, but at the same time I had a much higher chance of losing too, because it's so much easier for somebody to have picked, one of those other amazing builds. So we were all building the TV real grade wing Gundam, and we all had to
Yeah,
build it a different way. Or they were like, build it different than what it was. And so some of us did, some of us just did a small color change up, some of us did huge color change ups. One person built it to look like Thor from Thor Ragnarok. One
nice.
person built it to look like what was it? It was another superhero theme. And then I built mine. Another dude, the person who won their Gundam, like was crashed on a snowy forest floor, and
Oh, kind of like in EW.
yeah, like kind of like how the end of EW was. So I thought that was kind of cool. All right, so the first round of nipping is done. The only thing I did not nip out, like usual, are the weapons and the beam effects. These are some weird yellow beam effects. This is a different color yellow.
Yeah, it is.
This is not my normal, like I don't see yellow normally like that. So that's pretty cool.
I feel like that's
Not salty about that.
the granddaddy yellow beam effect color.
Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
legit. Because the Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles have a comic series together.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
My
Did you know
brother
that
just showed
G.I.
me.
Joe and Transformers fought each other?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of that. That makes sense
Yeah.
too. So that
Snake
means
Eyes cut out Starscream's eye.
So that
and threw a
means that
grenade in it.
Transformers were on Cobra's side?
No, like the Ultimates, like Cobra, like mind warped a bunch of them, like Mindbender and what was his name? Like took control. Like no, like the robotic, the guy that creates the weapons and Mindbender came together to like reprogram them to only obey Cobra.
Oh God, no.
It was creepy, but then finally Optimus Prime broke free, and Cobra had to set free Megatron.
Wow, that's
Megatron
crazy.
was
Still,
like,
I love it. I love G.I. Joe and Transformers. God,
non-fungible token.
But like the crazy thing to me was like
it
when
crashes.
like the end of that comic book where Optimus Prime, like, yeah, that was crazy. But there was a few Autobots that were on G.I. Joe's side.
From NotFest this year.
Sell them.
Oh, I don't even know how to open them.
But you have them. My brother is sitting on 7 NFTs. He doesn't even know how to open them.
Oh wow!
About them, they just came with the certificate picture.
And there's Slipknot NFTs.
Damn.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh,
like holy Kentucky!
Google.
Yeah, Google is basically God these days.
But what are they? Are they actually worth money?
It's like
Yeah.
having money off in the Cayman Islands and shit. It's not taxed yet, so when you do cash it, if there's any money, you don't have to pay a tax on. But other than that, yeah, it's like stock trading and shit.
Oh shit.
So those could be
It's a
worth
new
money.
form of cryptocurrency.
Welcome to
Yeah,
2022.
So I got Slipknot money?
yeah, kind of.
That's
Kinda, yeah.
badass. Only to buy me that bottle of whiskey I've been trying to find.
No, probably
Might be
not.
like,
You-
you can only spend it probably in certain kinds of stores also, or on their merchandise only. I've been following a little
Or you have to trade them in or sell them.
crypto a little bit.
Well, as I was saying, he probably has to trade them. You
Yeah.
know,
I mean, I would maybe
Yeah,
not
if
one
he-
shit. I would hold on to them as memorabilia if you like Slipknot. I don't. I'd sell it.
Yeah.
Like Slipknot is cool to me. Like
Fuck yeah,
that's one of my
that's my
favorite
favorite band.
bands.
Yeah, it's just shit too heavy for me, man. I got. There's a lot of happy thoughts to go on in here, and Slipknot doesn't make those happy thoughts.
my
Yeah.
favorite band is the Butthole Surfers.
Oh man, I love the Butthole Surfers.
Crack! We need more crack!
What? They're a great band.
They are, dude. They
You
are.
never
And
listened to
Weezer, like
them?
Weezer's a good band.
They're one of my favorite bands is the Butthole Surfers. Yeah.
Yep, dude, I love the Butthole Surfers.
What about
That's
Screaming
awesome.
Weasel
That's
on
so
it?
awesome.
Like I instantly go to Gore when everybody says that.
One bin down, plenty to go. I am on the God hand part of nipping things out. Here's your ASMR values for the night, everybody. Welcome to the show. We're 20 minutes in. This show is brought to you and sponsored by Clarksville Hobby Depot LLC and the Model Rocketeer. And I can't forget to give a good shout out to our executive producer, Mrs. Wimmer. And we will continue to do our best. So everybody have a great night, and we're just chilling here on the late night, putting together some plastic robots, talking trash, and yeah, now we can veer off into
Nerding out.
other adult topics like what she said last night in the cafe.
Happy Veterans
Oh,
Day
wow.
for anybody that catches this on the 11/11 portal night on the week of the badass full moon that we had. Happy Veterans Day.
Yeah,
It's also my father-in-law's birthday for 7 more minutes, so happy birthday to my father-in-law
birthday,
for
Papa.
7 more minutes. And
I just want to say thank you guys,
Papa, like,
all
yeah.
those who served. I'd like to say thanks for all you guys that did serve. Like, you guys are awesome. Like, you, Rocketeer, you're awesome.
Thank you. We're a team. It's all a team.
yeah, I was medically inclined to stay home.
Yeah, so was I. Like,
They just said,
for
no,
a couple of reasons.
you stay home. That's what they said to me.
What is that? Kind of like what Steve Rogers had done to him. You know, that was back during World War II.
No, I'm not a small person by any means. I'm kind of
No,
quite
like,
the
I mean
opposite.
the same. Yeah, I know, like, I wasn't saying that, bro. I was like saying like, like the technicality of what they did to him. The loophole
yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
Well, for me, there was just 3 medical things that piled on that didn't fit well with me for the military service. So they said, no, we'll go elsewhere. Because they came to me and they took measurements and everything. I said, look, I got scoliosis, I got asthma, and I was like, I got one other thing going on. And they were like, yeah, never mind. They just walked off.
Yeah, I got scoliosis too. It's a pain.
It only hurts when I shovel snow.
Like, for me, it's like mine's pretty bad. They wanted to lay me up on both sides because they didn't catch it when I was 18. Till I was 18, I should say.
Well, they found out about it when I was like 16, but they didn't do nothing. They were like, you'll shrink. You'll go from being 6'2" one day to being 5'9", and you'll know why.
Oh, shit.
No, that's
So
what they
like I'm
legit
gonna go
said to
from
me.
5'9" to 5'5". Oh man,
Yeah, that's what they
ain't
said
that
to me.
about a bitch?
They weren't interested in hitting the quick fix button or anything. They were just like, "Oh, you're gonna suffer when you're older." Oh,
I kind of chose the rest of my path because I didn't like. I had a 30% when they told me I needed the procedure.
yeah, I don't think there's a procedure to fix what's wrong with mine.
Like they were gonna put pins and rods in me. But,
Oh yeah, screw that.
yeah,
No,
only have a 30% chance of walking afterwards. Oh
I
hell
was
no!
way too active of a young person for them to offer me that.
Yeah, so was I. I was on track
Wrestler,
and field.
golfer. What else did I do in high school? I biked everywhere. Literally everywhere.
Like I did track and field, and I was always walking. And,
I'm walking.
then I also
Yes, indeed, I'm walking.
Out walking. Walking, tall. It's mine, Seagulls. It's mine. Put it back. Don't do that. Don't do that. Ah, it's mine. Mine. Seagulls. Alright, and we're gonna have a little yeah, right? So until we do get that show rolling, we are gonna be doing like little watch parties of me playing Magic the Gathering. Not trying to make you
Cool.
guys suffer or anything, but
No way. No way.
like I play
Wait a
that
minute.
game. I just don't have a
I'm
deck
gonna
right
make you
now.
suffer if you've been to Bangers RC before. Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see how long it goes.
Power on.
Right.
Look at that.
Your power has just been kicked hard.
And
Alright, so yeah,
Send in the booty bandit.
I'm playing a 5-color deck on this one.
Like
And
some of those can be hard to run.
this one
Like-
is
Like what
so
are you running? Looks like. Whoa!
I'm running a legendary creature
It's like
deck.
all the major ones. Hard to run.
Alright, so my dual lands are pretty dope. What's up, Carrie? Hold on, everybody be quiet. Carrie? What'd you say?
I was gonna say I'm gonna mute myself.
Oh no.
Hey, what's
You'll
that
be
mean?
alright.
I just because I feel like I got the giggles on and make all kinds of crack jokes about some whack shit. I have no idea what's supposed to come out of my mouth.
Well, apparently, butt crack.
The butthole surfers, get right.
Yeah.
Sugary and cinnamon.
Get your breakfast crack.
Oh no.
I don't know what's worse, regular crack or butt crack.
Definitely.
I'm gonna go with regular crack words.
Well, I mean, it depends on the butt crack if you think about it. If it's like all like zombie-like, that would be pretty bad.
I wouldn't. I don't know.
Let's divert from this path.
Let's talk about something else. Let's go, Brandon. Oh, I mean,
Meanwhile,
did I tell you guys?
the
I
Disco
actually had to
Ranch.
explain that to my mother.
What?
She was like, we were just standing there. I was just sitting there talking with her one day on the phone, and she's like, and another thing, She's like, why are they calling him Brandon? I was like, oh God, mother. I was like, oh God. I was like, you don't know the story? She was like, no. I was like, oh yeah, there's a whole story that goes with it and everything.
I didn't know
So I
that
told her
either.
this.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I told her the story, and she was befuddled. She was like, so they're just gonna call him Brandon now? I was like, yeah. I was like, that's the joke. I was like, I got nothing else. So, but my mom works at a gas station in the middle of a city that's like half and half. So it's like half Democrat, half Republican where we live, like very split down the middle. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's quite funny. So my mom, she works in the business sector of town, where like the shopping strips are and stuff. So she has to deal with all sorts of crazy stuff like that goes on. She's like, I'm tired of peeling these stickers off of my gas pumps. The ones where it's the president pointing at the price. I did that. Oh man, she's like, I'm so tired of this. I was like, man. It's like, well, take a picture and send it to the president. Tell him to fix it. He's like,
The only
I can't.
thing is, he'll probably.
It's not his fault. I was like, well, shit, it was Trump's fault, wasn't it? Now it's his fault. She just.
I mean, Trump
my
did some
mom's
messed up shit.
I really don't recall. What did Trump do that was messed up? A mean tweet?
Mean tweeter.
A mean tweeter.
I know. It blows me away. I don't want to call anybody stupid, but like, does everybody see what we just traded for stupidity for real? Come on. God, this isn't even like this is political.
You're going with this.
It's just like really. I mean, we've chosen some pretty interesting paths lately, or we're being forced to make these decisions. Of course, maybe also. I feel like it's
I think that's really
bizarre. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I've got this crazy conspiracy theory that the aliens want to come down and hang out with us, but they can't until we turn our planet into a one government system for the whole planet.
Interesting.
That's just a theory I got.
I've heard that theory because this is where there's certain countries that have this disclosed the facts that the aliens exist and they have it on film, and other countries are like, oh no, we will not, and we need for all of us to agree. France is the last one here recently that has exposed a lot of what they have. It's incredible. So it's like, wow, it's about time, and I don't know, we're within 10 years of seeing something that's going to just fry some fucking people brains.
Oh yeah, well, here, America, here we're in the middle of a pandemic, and we go, oh yeah, and aliens are real. Bye. Like we didn't elaborate. We just they're real. Bye.
They use that to cover like backdrop. Did you say aliens?
Yep.
They were like, haha, no, nah, that was a joke. I'm sure it was.
We were told we had to
giraffes are green.
It's all out there.
Giraffes are green.
Yep.
That's possible. They could just be a funny shade of yellow, just like gold.
It's just hiding in plain sight. It's like, I think I'm gonna side with them and say because our planet is divided.
No, seriously,
we need to be a one government.
I think that aliens are out there, but the government doesn't want us to go that way because
well, I think that's
people that are in power much of it.
We might get to see some amazing shit still in the future.
Yeah, I think they said by
2029
is when shit hits the fan with the aliens and stuff. That's what they're saying. So
right.
I'll be excited to see it.
I know. It's gonna be like Y2K.
Oh wow, that brings back memories.
Right.
Man, where I lived at the time, they let the kids go buck wild for that year. They did not care. They were like, it's going to be the end of the world. Here, kids.
Have some crack.
Well, I don't think it was that bad, but it might have been.
Like at least for a couple of them.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like where I was living, like where I was from, like there was people like making shelters inside their basements. Like they were literally cracking the floors open and drilling down.
We were
You ain't
passing out
getting
packs of
enough.
cigarettes and bottles of brandy. I mean, doesn't sound
Yeah,
good.
I think I read about that.
You know, like it was weird. Like, you know, I don't get it. Like, I drank. I had a great time.
What does reverence mean?
Reverence?
Like, I wasn't quite that old. I wasn't quite that old back then.
I wasn't supposed to be drinking, but you know, my parents were those parents. Well, they felt, well, if the world's gonna end, we might as well just go out with a bang, you know. So.
My parents were more like, "It's your fault, wham!" But anyways, they thought I screwed. They thought that I screwed up the computer system somehow.
Blame the children.
Yeah, they were that kind of a-holes.
Oh yeah, the computer had the devil inside, right?
Yeah, and then they found out that it was just some really lame programming.
True. Until you go to rotten.com.
Wow.
I experienced Rotten.com in 1999. I was a senior in high school in Mr. Duckworth's science class.
Oh, that was like the first, like, I don't know, that website, like, literally, I feel like it warped my fragile little mind.
Yep.
All right, Cartman.
I have a new respect for elephantitis.
Wow.
Oh man, babies in bottles.
Seriously?
Oh man.
Blow your mind, bro. You better get a bucket or some shit, and you're gonna have nightmares. You can. I just don't recommend that. But for real, if you got a constitution of an cast iron skillet, go to rod.com and start digging. The rabbit hole will your mind up.
Like, let's see here. No. I'll just take your word for it. I am not wanting to barf tonight.
Oh, dude,
That's about it.
from one extreme to the other, it's really incredible. But there are things that, like I said, it just blows your mind. Oh Lord, I'm not gonna say it, but yeah, it's just from one end
Like, are you gonna go do it?
to the other. You name it, it's there.
No, I ain't going there. I wouldn't go to that website right now.
No,
It's probably got a million viruses attached to it.
Probably.
I mean, think about it. The JavaScript and Flash players are so outdated on that website.
Yeah, the JavaScript alone would probably just like glitch out my phone.
Right?
They would spat. They would have such a spaz attack. Like, I mean, I know ways around that, but I'm not trying to do all that work right now.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a lot of that would probably take at least 4 hours of debugging alone.
Oh, excuse me.
Like, for real.
Uh-oh.
Getting in my head, cool.
Carrie, you're getting chop, poppy.
It sounded like somebody just reached up and glitched the mic. Alright.
So here I am. I got 4 runners left after I finish up with this one. Then I can
Nice.
start the assembly. Start the assembly. Exterminate.
Exterminate. Like, you know, they're gonna have a Black Doctor Who nowadays. It's coming up next.
Dude, I'm excited. I'm super excited.
Like it's like I hope
It's
he's
River
good because
Song's
you know what
daddy.
Oh wow.
Right back.
I'm joking. I'm so joking. That's not her daddy.
Like
Her daddy's
no,
Rory, and what's her name is her mom.
yeah, Pond, Amelia Pond.
Amy Pond.
Hello.
Hello.
Like I gotta admit
Puppet.
that the fucking shit, I forgot their fucking the doctor from the first time the Ponds were in it.
From across
Like-
the pond.
Matt Smith.
Matt Dillon.
Yeah, he was in. He was also in Morbius.
Yeah, he was also in another movie recently too. Here, can't remember. It was a good movie too. Oh, and then what is it? The guy that played the Doctor before him, David Tennant. He played in Harry Potter.
Yep, and he also played in another movie that came out recently.
Harry Potter. Did you put
Like-
your name in the pocket?
Like I gotta admit, that's another one of my favorite Doctors. Is that one number 2 of the reconstituted in the U.S. version of Doctor Who?
I like Tom Baker.
Like which one was that? The first one?
No, he was the
when they
third
started
or
coming
the
out over
fourth
here again.
Doctor. No, he was the third or the fourth Doctor from the original series.
Oh yeah,
But he
is
was like
he the
one
one
of
with the
the-
rainbow?
No, he had the fedora and the scarf, and he was one of the longest Doctors because he did Doctor Who and the Time Keys,
Yeah. Okay.
or the Keys of Time, or whatever.
Yeah. So I got a question. All right, this is more like a similar like what? Who do you think would win? All right. So if the kid from Home Alone, the kid from Home Alone had 3 days of prep time versus a predator.
Shark bait. Hoo-ha-ha.
I love it.
That's my answer.
I'm going to say answer is 42.
I don't know, man. Like that kid has got some pretty inventive ideas.
Well, I mean, he wasn't dumb, and he was probably watching a lot of TV, and from the sounds of it, he's watching those detective shows, so he knew what was going on, I guess, but
Yeah.
it was advanced.
Yeah. Like, I mean, but the actor did get killed by a freaking bee.
What?
He was allergic to bees.
Macaulay Culkin's
Oh.
still alive, dude.
Like I got told, I heard you died.
No, he's still alive.
Like, oh, see, like
He almost died.
damn then. Like, yeah, I guess. I don't
No,
freaking
he
know.
did a bunch of. He's done a bunch of stuff. He's even done some skits and stuff here now, where he's like riding in the back of a taxi cab talking about his horrible childhood when he, as Kevin, like he did a update thing as Kevin McAllister. It was serious.
Like nice. Like that's cool because
Yeah.
I thought he was pretty cool. I heard after that he wilded out like movies that came out like at Home Alone. Like he wilded out, I heard.
Yeah, he was. Well, he did this movie called Party Animal, and in that movie, he allowed himself to switch the props out for real drugs and stuff. And instead of using prop drugs, he was like sniffing real coke and shit.
Oh, shit.
And yeah,
Oh, wow.
it led him down that path. But you know, he's clean now. He was just on the Joe Rogan show like 2 years ago or whatever. A couple years ago, he was on Joe Rogan. That was awesome to watch. That Joe Rogan talk to Macaulay Culkin. You know, Joe Rogan looked like one of the dudes
Hey,
that tried to
that's
break into the house in the movie. Joe Rogan could be the new Joe Pesci. Yeah.
Oh,
I like Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's pretty fun.
yeah, he's alright.
Yeah.
I was just watching his show he did, or his podcast that he did with Dave Chappelle, where him and Dave were talking about shit. I thought that was a pretty good podcast.
Like the podcast I've been listening to a lot lately is about Warhammer 40K and 30K.
Okay.
It's the lore. It's called Lorehammer.
So is it run by
I
the
was
actual company, or is it run by fans, or what's the deal?
It's run by fans that have read all the lore, like all the books, everything that's been done in Game Workshop. Like I used to play the hell out of that game. Marines or Tau, which I like Tau. They're pretty advanced, but like the greater good. Like I don't know how to really talk about that, but I do like the tech because it's mech. What can you go wrong with a giant, overpowered mech armor? Oh yeah, you could ruin the world. Wait a minute, too late.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Yeah, but like, look what happened to Iron Man. He saved the universe.
What about it? Yeah, he's not dead.
Yeah,
Like they're gonna bring him back apparently.
Tony Stark's not dead. Tony Stark's not dead.
Like actually,
because the day of the Dark Avengers, so therefore Tony Stark's not dead.
Right.
Yeah. Like they're doing another Avengers, and it's supposedly going to have the Delta in it.
No. It's going to be the Dark Avengers, and it's going to be a bad movie, and people aren't going to like it until Tony Stark comes in the last 30 minutes and kicks everybody's ass. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
That's the way it's going to go. Because it's written in this big, huge book I was just reading from earlier tonight.
Well, yeah, I know, but like, but Disney owns the company now. And seriously, I thought monopolies were illegal in the United States.
Okay? Do what?
I thought monopolies were illegal in the U.S., but apparently
that's why
not.
Disney doesn't own Warner Brothers. So therefore, there's no monopoly because Warner Brothers still exists. Paramount still exists. Paramount is separate from Disney still. So there's no monopoly. It's just Disney's cornered the right markets. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, there's other things out there though. Like, I mean, if they buy Lady Death and Witchblade, I'm gonna be pissed. Because if they mess up Lady Death, and those ones, I am going to really lose it. Because those are great comic books. Like, yeah. Oh, by the way, like anything else on what's going on with Spawn?
I read some stuff, and there was speculation about replacing MJW with Jamie Foxx. And I can't take Jamie Foxx seriously enough for that role. Okay,
I know.
That's the biggest issue with me, because I'm sitting here still thinking about Jamie Foxx from In Living Color and his own skit show or his own comedy show that he did way back in the day, in the 90s and early 2000s, and I just, my brain, I can't put that serious role. I'm not saying he would.
Because Al Simmons.
It's a very serious role.
Brutal. Yeah, he's a trained killer.
He wasn't funny. He was very, very, very cold and very dark.
Calculated.
Yeah, Spawn is not a happy-go-lucky comic book character, so it's just one of those things.
I would like to see him make an El Lobo comic.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Like this time, more from Lobos, like give a backstory and everything, maybe. Like I haven't That's where one of the reasons I say frack a lot.
Can we talk about why we need to protest the new Trigun?
Like, what are they trying to do with Trigun? Because if they mess up Vash the Stampede, I'm smacking someone.
They changed the animation.
What?
Yep, they changed the animation. It's no longer anime. It's now that new Crayola man.
Crayola man. Yeah.
Hey, that ain't right.
That's what I call it anyways, but it's Crayolamation. I call it
Right,
Crayola man. And I don't think they should have done that.
There's one on Netflix called Liberation. It's like that. I don't like it. It's like a live action, but it's Crayola-fied. It's like weird.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see what you guys are saying now. Yeah, I mean, some of them are, like, I guess some series could be done like that, but not Trigun. Trigun's an occult classic. That's like if they took Akira and did that. I would...
Don't you dare bring that up. Don't you ever say that. Don't you dare.
I know, I just blasphemed. The anime gods are going to strike me down.
Now you need to sit in the corner.
You're not big enough to make me.
I'll sit on you.
Never mind, I'm going.
So, my wife just said, no, don't sit on people. Like, look, she's trying to save you.
Oh, and she doesn't even know me. Not unless you've been talking about me.
No, well, nothing bad. Good things. All good
Okay,
things.
good.
I update my wife. Like I said, she's the executive producer. She gets to know things.
Oh, I wonder what my ex would say about this girlfriend. Like, she's watched the show, and she's happy for me. She goes, I don't know which one, but I'm buying you a Gundam. I'm like, yes!
There you go.
But yeah, she's like one of my closest friends now. Like, she was back before we got together, but we kind of like reverted, I guess you could say.
You back in the friend zone.
Yeah, I know the
friend
sex
zone.
ways, but I don't know. I don't know. Scotty doesn't know.
Scotty doesn't know.
Well, I mean,
Scotty doesn't know. Oh, sorry.
Like, me and her, it's kind of funny because me and her, we talk. We've literally sat in front of my mom at McDonald's on the Richie side of town, talking and movie quotes, and like my mom's like embarrassed but kind of laughing because of some of the stuff we're doing. And the last thing we did was the Spaceball scenes where he says, "I'm surrounded by assholes," and we ended at the same time together, and everybody's just like, all these college kids and everything are looking at us like we're crazy, and we just ate it up. It was funny as hell.
No. Who you calling?
Like, I just kind of looked around. I'm like, I think we're surrounded by assholes. So we got up and went and smoked a cigarette. And I walked out after that. Got in the car, and Mom was laughing, but more along the lines of going like, I'm not taking you guys anywhere ever again.
Dang right. Keep me home.
Like,
lock me up. Throw away the key. No.
Like,
yeah, I make fun movie quotes once in a while out in public, just to get the public's reaction.
Yeah. I do that a little bit more than often. A little more than less often. More often than probably you. Let's just put it like that. So I have a joke.
I don't.
What's an evil witch's favorite pop?
Oh, I don't know. Cherry?
I don't know.
Baha do.
Oh no.
Dad joke.
Oh no.
Yes, I dad joked it.
What did the pig say to the sheep?
Oink.
Bob M.U. Bob M.U. You fucking guy. There you go.
What did the daddy tomato say to the baby tomato?
Splat.
Ketchup.
Ketchup.
There was this one time when I was
What's
a
the
kid,
hand say to the face?
Oh god, no.
Smack.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you a short story about being a kid and chasing frogs all day, and by the end of it, I could croak.
For real?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
It's one
You
of those
didn't have a
bad
frog
jokes
in your
myself,
throat?
like, that was the most terrible one. Like, I know. I had to try to repeat it.
Yeah. My dad joke is, did you hear the joke about the broken pencil?
Oh, shit.
There's no point.
Oh, man.
Super cheese.
It's all well and good until the dad jokes come out, and then everybody gets embarrassed but the dad.
Right.
You just
Right.
keep them all in a database.
Database, yes. Mhm. It was sad. You
And
hear
then
about
everybody's
my
like,
favorite
okay,
chef?
you need to go home. What?
He passed away.
Wow.
Yep.
You're fired.
Oh no, I've got the best worst ones. Not even done yet. Man. How do you drown a blonde?
You're getting $2 for every corny joke you tell. You're getting 2 cents for every dad joke you tell, and you're getting $55 for every bad X-rated joke you tell.
You ever heard the joke about the monkey and the 8-ball?
Oh,
What?
God.
Carrie's like, oh no. Apparently you haven't.
He went with the $55 fucking square right there.
I'm going to the top of the ladder. You're paying me.
He hit the fucking $1 million sticky.
Oh man. The monkey and the 8-ball. Man, so this one time there's this dude, he's working at this bar and he's getting ready to open, so he's doing all of his opening chores, right? Putting the chairs down, wiping the tables real quick, throwing out the maraschino cherries and the little lemon wedges and shit. Getting it all nice. Got all his napkins out and stuff, and he goes to the door and he unlocks the door. Before he can even get back to his station, somebody's coming through the door. And he looks up to greet them, and he looks at this gentleman in a nice suit and stuff, and the gentleman's holding a leash, and there's a monkey. The gentleman's like,
Oh, shit.
don't ask any questions. The dude's like, dude, you can't have that monkey in here. You gotta go. And the gentleman's like, please, I'll give you $500 if you just let me get one drink. Don't ask any questions. $500. He's like, dude, if that monkey messes anything up in here, you gotta pay for it. The guy's like, don't worry about it. I'll give you $500. Just make me my one martini and let me get out of here. And so bartender's like, all right, man. But that monkey, man, he's like, don't worry about it. He's like, okay. So the dude lets the monkey off the leash. The monkey fucking goes ham. Well, the dude's just sitting there fucking drinking his drink. The monkey's going ham. He's running around. He gets up on the bar, and the barkeep's like, get out of here. And the monkey runs over to where the maraschino cherries and the grapes and all the lemon wedges and stuff are. And he eats all that shit, throws all the straws everywhere, and then he gets bored. And he runs over to the pool table and he starts fucking with the pool table. Well, he manages to get the a couple of the billiard balls out of the pool table. He's playing with them on the pool table. Then all of a sudden, he picks up the 8-ball, eyeballs the 8-ball, looks at it a couple times, and all of a sudden, pops the 8-ball in his mouth. Swallows the fucking 8-ball. And the bartender's just losing his shit, right? He's like, get your fucking monkey under control. Get the fuck out of here. Dude, true to his word, pays the bartender his $500. And bartender's like, all right, don't, blah, blah, blah. Get out of here, So dude gets out of there. Bartender cleans up the mess the monkey made, and goes on his day. He's like, well, fuck it, it was only like $100 worth of shit that got destroyed. And, it was just one 8-ball. I got a few spares, so it's not too bad. So, a couple days go by, and the same bartender, he's open up his bar again, and in comes the gentleman wearing another nice suit with a leash, and it's the same monkey.
Oh shit!
And the bartender's like, "Oh no, not this time." He says, "You can't." And the dude's like, "Look, I'll give you $800 if you just make my martini and let the monkey do his thing." And the bartender's like, "All right, that's more money than last time, I suppose." And so, pretty much the same thing happens, but as the monkey's like messing around with stuff, like he's over at the pool table and messing around with stuff, and he goes over to the dartboard and starts throwing the darts everywhere and missing the shit. And then he gets up over towards the bartender's bar, and he's like messing with the cherries and everything, and he picks up one of the maraschino cherries and he sticks it up his butt, and then he pulls it out and eats it. And the bartender didn't think he saw what he saw, right? So the bartender just keeps polishing the glass he's polishing, and then the monkey picks up another cherry, he sticks it up his butt, and then pulls it out and eats it. And then he goes, "Well, goddamn it!" He's like, "I did see the monkey fucking do it. That's disgusting." The gentleman's like, "What happened?" And he's like, "Your monkey. He just shoved the cherry up his ass, then pulled it out and ate it." And the gentleman goes, "Oh, yeah. Ever since he ate the 8-ball the other day, he has to check, make sure whatever goes in his mouth can come out of his ass."
Oh,
Fucking barkeep loses his shit, dude. There you go. The monkey in the 8-ball. It's my best friend.
Holy shit.
Alright.
That
So
kills me.
there's these three guys. They're out driving around out in the middle of BFE and all,
I don't know.
and their car breaks down in front of this creepy old house. And they gotta have a phone and stuff, so let's go up there and ask. And they all get out and they walk up towards the house, and they're like really creeped out, and they knock on the door anyways. So farmer opens up the door with a shotgun. He goes, "What can I do you for?" And they're all like, "Well, our car broke down. We would just like to make a phone call and get the tow truck out here so we can get out of you guys' hair." And they're all like, the farmer's like, "Well, I'll go ahead and have you in for dinner because, tow truck doesn't come out this far at night. And yeah, I'll put you up for the night. And then in the morning, you guys can go on about your business."
Oh, I think I know this thing.
Yeah, probably, but still. So, like, after dinner, he shows them into the room. They're into the barn, and they're sitting there cutting up the shit and everything. And Bart's the wife comes in, gives him a few drinks, and then the farmer walks in again. He goes, "All right, now I'm going to give you a couple of beers, some blankets and stuff." He goes, "Whatever you do not stick your dicks in these 3 holes." So
Oh shit.
they're drinking beer, and the guy's like, "I just got to figure out what the hell this is about." He goes, "I'm going to go ahead and do it." So he walks over and sticks his dick in the first hole he walks up to. Other guy goes, "Well, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to go it too." And he goes in there, and they're like, "Oh, and the last guy's like, screw it."
Wasting time.
And,
yeah, we could be wasting time. Wasting your time.
And then they all walk up there, and they're all getting it on with these holes and everything, and they all pass out after a little bit later. So the next morning, the farmer walks in and unloads the shotgun into the air, blows a hole in the ceiling and everything. They all jump up and everything, and like, what? Well, you done fucked up my washer machine, you threw my pig into heat, and you knocked up my daughter. And they're all like, what? Yeah. So here's what we're going to do. I'm a forgiving kind of guy. I believe in God and all. So it goes, all right. So y'all are going to go out in this here field. You're going to pick 3 things of the same thing. And then if I like what you bring back, I'll let you all go without killing you or maiming you. So one guy walks out there and he picks out grapes, and he comes back, and farmer's like, "Well, I don't think that's good enough. Shove them up your ass. Other guy goes, like, comes back after the other one's waddling away, and he's got carrots. He goes, well, that's kind of better, but shove them up your ass. And the other, while the guy's doing this, he's laughing his ass off, and he goes, what's so fucking funny, son? He goes, well, my buddy's out there picking watermelons.
Oh shit.
I feel bad for that kid. I told that to a friend, and he's like, that. He was like completely lauded. Like, he would give Spock a run for his money. This makes any sense?
Jesus.
And
Right.
like, yeah, and he's
Come on,
like, that
Spock.
just. It's just impossible. Logically impossible. I said, it's a joke, dude. Like, think about it. He's going to have to try. He's like, oh, shit. I'm like, exactly.
Yep.
He goes, well, I think that kid's kind of blown out now. I go, more ways than one. He's like, no, only, oh, shit. There I go again. All right. Who do you think would win a fight between Lady Death and Lady Deathstrike?
Lady Death.
Lady Deathstrike. Because
Oh, so
La Muerta.
go ahead.
just because that's my answer.
I don't know. 'Cause I'm
You just think she's
because-
hotter, don't you?
No, Wolverine thought she was hot.
I think Lady Death would win because, I don't know, she's the daughter of the devil.
Mm.
I don't care where or what the fuck she's from.
Like, I mean,
Pew pew
there
pew.
are some, like, well, I mean, I'd like to see Witchblade, like, get, like, a more of along the lines of the manga version of Witchblade, like, done. Or like the Japanese comic book style, not the manga, but the comic book version.
I'm following a comic
Into a live
creator
action.
that produces a small comic called Still Ill. It's kind of cool. It's got
What's
like a
that one
zombie
about?
chick in it. It's like a zombie girl. It's just like art. It's kind of cool. It's just like little art
Oh, cool.
comic pictures, but yeah, it's kind of cool. Still Ill on Facebook. Check it out. I also
I'll have to.
follow Ed. Shit, forgot his name, but it's called the Ed Weirdos, and he's a comic creator. He draws a lot of amazing artwork, and I follow the guy that draws Lady Death. The Sworn
Yeah, I
Nation.
follow him.
Oh, Sworn Nation.
Can't go wrong with Spawn. Who do you think would win between Al Simmons' Spawn and the one that killed God and the Devil?
That's the
Oh,
same
wow.
Spawn.
I would say Al
Huh?
Spawn because he had a little bit of consciousness versus.
I thought that was the
couldn't go
same
with that.
Spawn.
No, it's a totally different one. And then there's always there's like different versions of the Redeemer, and
The
which I think
Violator.
that's kind of weird. Yeah. Wasn't there a good Violator at one point?
The
Yeah.
White Violator.
I'm not the Vindicator, the Vibrator. I am the Violator. Yeah, that was weird. They had the guy that played the pest playing the clown version of Violator.
Yeah, I
Hey
thought he
Wanda,
did
how
a
you
good
like my
job.
little head? Yeah, it was. He did a good job, but it was still kind of weird. I mean, like, whoa, where did this come from? But then again, like, the Pest was like one of those really out there and crazy movies. Like, hell,
Well, The Pest was them taking a bunch of different movies and mashing them together and giving. It was like a
Yeah.
Forrest Gump. They mashed
Yeah,
a
it
bunch
was a
of
Forrest
different
Gump.
movies together.
it was Forrest Gump, all right. I've been
Life like a
Gumpated.
box of chocolate.
Life's like a 50 cal. You either get shot or it completely misses.
Pretty much.
If it comes close enough, the velocity
Well, yeah,
shock
because
whip.
rips you apart.
because the reference you're making, they did Hunter Games or whatever in there as part of the movie for the pest. You know, because that wasn't original in the past. That was the Hunter Games. What in the world?
Wasn't that Ice-T that did that movie?
Yeah, the original one. Ice-T did that. Exactly.
Like
Is
the guy
Ice-T
tried to
still
get
married
away
to
by
Coco?
looking like he tried to look like a German priest and tried to get away, and then he got a cigarette stuck in his gun. That
Every time I hear
sucks.
Ice-T, all I think of is Coco.
Oh wow, seriously?
Oh, yeah. Why not?
I don't know. Like, I don't know that much anymore. Like, I look at some things, I'm like, what the hell was I thinking just 3 seconds ago doing that?
No, Coco.
No.
No.
Just keep swimming.
He doesn't want.
Just keep swimming. Be a goldfish
He doesn't
brain.
want those kind of hugs, Coco.
Yeah. Like, I'm like etching, like taking certain like parts of it, like, and taking off nubs, making it smoother in certain areas. That's what she said.
The nubs.
Like, she's making it smooth in certain areas. That's what she said.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I was like on Netflix, and there's a movie called Warrior Nun, or a show, one of the two. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it, but like that's kind
based
of
off
like
of an
the
anime.
Yeah, like, but still, that's like kind of bass backwards on it for a nun, don't you think?
Yeah. But
No.
that's not the point, man.
Actually, no, you're wrong. You'd be very wrong on that.
Now, Buddhist priestess, I can see.
No. Well, think about it. Okay, nuns back in the Middle Ages were vicious people.
Yeah,
Like, you
I
remember
guess.
when those religious people, those Christians, went around like doing that messed up shit to even to their own cultures, like believe, convert or die. You know, like Christianity did
Yeah.
that shit. Every religion's guilty of that, right? We can agree to that, right? Every
Yeah.
religion has pretty much done the whole convert or die shit. So,
Right.
Yeah.
okay, when Christianities were doing it, who do you think they were using as their assassination type people for larger, or not for larger people, but for like for higher up powered people? Who would you use as an assassination? You would use something like a frail little woman. You know,
True.
Right.
assassination. So those nuns, yeah, dude, that's legit, man. I could actually see that being like super legit. So.
Well, I mean, look at the girl that one of the three musketeers fell for.
Sucker punch.
She was going to be executed. Look who took her in. The Cardinal Richelieu. And then she became an assassin. So yeah, that does make sense. Like, because who could get closer to a king or a duke or something of that nature?
Confident. A confidant, you know, like...
A female.
It's legit. It's...
Yeah. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like a nun. They could just look like a nun.
Well, yeah, you could be dressed as one, but... I'm just saying, back then, during those times, the church actually implored their nuns to do those jobs, is what I'm going with.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah, and there were, you know, and there was
Like,
the
they,
Salem
like-
witch trials.
Like with witch trials, what people fail to realize is that back then, what they called warlocks were really just priests drunk on power.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it literally means holy man that goes into coven to And they usually go insane with power because they figure out that, oh, well, I can do just about anything, so why not?
Well, yeah, because
Like
you
Uncle
can
Ben
just claim
said.
God says it so.
Yeah.
You know. No, I get it. I get it. I understand the abuses of power and stuff. Like those are all real. They happen.
Yeah. Like what the uncle said in Spider-Man. With great power comes great responsibility. Well, some people that have great responsibility don't know exactly what to do, so they abuse their power.
Religion's interesting.
Anyway, yeah, religion is interesting to a point to where I become spiritual, not religious. There is a difference.
Two.
Meanwhile, oh, did you guys hear that Britney Spears got remarried?
Oh, that's nothing new.
That's really not.
Yeah, I know, but I find it interesting that her ex-husband showed up at her freaking wedding and crashed the reception, and they got arrested. Like, what the hell, man?
He's a great guy. He was bringing the kids, you know.
But he got drunk.
Well, to each their own.
Yeah. Like, no, what? Like, his drunkenness led him to stupidity, apparently. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. It probably didn't do anything. Yeah, alcohol doesn't go anywhere good for anybody half the damn time, you know?
After so long, it, like, an excess of too much of anything is still it.
Sonny, don't let the spirits get you.
Yeah.
Spirits and get you.
Yeah, they'll get you all right. They'll give you brain damage by kicking you in the anus and make it quite heinous.
That rhymed.
That would.
Yeah, I know, right?
Heinous.
Heinous. Then there's always the Fister sisters.
The Fister sisters, oh yeah.
The who?
Fister sisters.
Why would they do that?
Because they're very, very mean people.
Yes.
They weren't loved as a child. They weren't loved, apparently. I don't know. I haven't come up with a backstory yet. That would be a messed up comic book. What kind of hero would I put up against something like that?
What?
I said I like buying new stuff and you make your money right away.
You invested in Dodge, huh?
No,
No.
no, it's Cloud Web.
Wow.
I'm just teasing my brother. He's a Ford guy.
Oh,
Dodge rules, everything else drools.
Sorry.
They have a short bunch of those kind of guys.
It's just
Why would I invest in the only
Dodge owners don't get erections, and we're just gonna leave that.
No, because they're too angry after paying for the piece of shit vehicle they just bought.
Take that back, that was blasphemy.
Dude, that is the only American auto company that is failing and had to rebrand the only part of it that was making money.
What do you mean?
Yeah, that's why I stick with the old school, like the old school Hemis.
Yeah, it is. They rebranded it to its own company so that when Dodge inevitably fails and goes under, the Ram will continue to keep making money.
They sold that. They sold that part of the company out. Same people don't own that.
It's still FCA. Yeah, Chrysler America.
No, I thought they sold that off.
No. Why do you think they sold a Dodge dealership?
No, I thought they sold it to China, man.
No. That
sounded racist.
No.
I'm joking, bro.
I didn't mean it like that. I promise.
I promise, officer, I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, fuck.
Ship it out of Wuhan.
Who hut Mongolian grill?
I don't know.
Now we gotta pay $250,000 to China. Thanks a lot.
Hydrogen car?
They're not. It's not.
What do you mean?
Not applicable.
The hydrogen car? Oh, I know that, but Dodge is putting all the money into it. They're not going electric. They're going hydrogen.
Well, that seems like a waste of money because that's going to take a lot of freaking RDR.
Can you imagine the first time one of those hydrogen Dodges is in a drive-by? The explosion.
Yeah, we've got them. Yeah, it's going to be ugly.
Or the first time
They're
it gets
shut down.
and there's any kind of flame.
I thought it was really kind of amazing that Dodge created the first jet engine cars. They were pretty good. Awesome.
Yeah. Well, how soon after did it break?
Not very quickly. And do you know they took a Viper engine and strapped it to a motorcycle, and it was so fast that the 3 people that actually test drove the thing, they all died. That's the only bad thing that happened. The bike was fine after the wreck.
Yeah, the Tomahawk?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the 4-wheeled motorcycle.
What's what happens when you
it was like from Final Fantasy VII. You had to pull the stick one way and push the other way.
The Dodge Viper RT10 engine that they used for the Tomahawk was like 767 horse with close to.
Yeah, and they put it on a lightened frame.
There was a leg over that.
There's a reason that motorcycle had to have they built the motorcycle to the engine. Normally they build they build the frame and then put the engine in it. Well, the Tomahawk is the only bike in history that was ever designed around the engine because the engine was just so massive. And I can't remember, was that supercharged or naturally aspirated?
Naturally aspirated.
Well, because the SRT Viper was supercharged.
Yeah, it was. Not only that, but it also was the first one that started that had the.
It was naturally aspirated, though.
Can you imagine?
It was also naturally aspirated.
No.
Yeah, that bike was safe if you kept it under 60. But as soon as you got it over 60, you couldn't handle it anymore.
Because it was like the Viper was a lightened vehicle.
Yeah, and that's just too much power for. I mean, how light of a motorcycle it was. But the bike itself weighed like 1,100 pounds, but probably 900 of it was in the engine alone.
That is amazing.
Yeah, it was crazy. That's for sure. Like I would not want to. Like I know somebody that has one, but he will not let anybody on it.
No, can you imagine the liability if somebody killed themselves on it? Yeah,
and it's literally a prototype. Nowhere in the U.S. can you drive that thing. And here's the thing: the same Viper engine was modified for 2004 and put in the 2004 Dodge Viper. Well. Yep. The Venom version of that had a blower, supercharger, it had works. It is illegal on the Autobahn.
Oh yeah, the ECR is the supercharged one. The Venom had the blower,
yeah. It had everything, and it also had 2 10-pound bottles of NOS on it.
Yeah.
It is the only car in history illegal on the Autobahn.
Yeah.
How the hell leave it to Dodge?
Well, that wasn't Dodge that did that. That was a specific company that they brought the car to and said, make this better. It was like when Ford brought the Mustang to Carroll Shelby.
Right.
Yeah, how was the Shelby GT500?
Venom originally.
Huh?
It was one of the Shelby family that designed the Venom originally.
I think it was Harold.
It was one of the sons,
or something like that did the.
I heard it was
did the designing.
He did. There was one that did the body.
That was a long time ago.
There was one that did the body design, like did the upgrades for the body, and then there was one that did the engine design.
When
The one that did the engine
Hennessy
design is the one that
started. They were actually getting design cues from Carroll Shelby personally while he was still alive.
Yeah. So just imagine if Carroll Shelby were like, if he were to do like, tell them, why don't you put a supercharger blower in, like,
well, he was still alive
boy.
when the ECR was out.
Yeah.
When the Venom and ECR Vipers were around, he was still alive. So he could very well have something to do with it. I know he
like he could have set that plan in motion before the 2004 came out. 2004 was the year that particular Viper was made.
Yeah, the Venom.
Yeah, that particular Venom. There was like, they made one every other year of the year that the Viper came out. So like 2000. So there was 2002 that they made one. Then there was 2007, or no, 92, 1904.
There's a part from Gundam
1996.
Armatos in the Viper.
The Venoms didn't come out until it was either 2000 or after.
Well, like the first ones weren't like.
Hennessy wasn't working on American vehicles before 2000.
No, like as far as like years that they made them, they made aftermarket parts. They made after the year those years had already come out.
Yeah. Okay, that's what you meant. Okay, I thought you meant like when they knew.
No, like the first one didn't come out until like 2000. I want to say like maybe 2006, maybe 2007.
No, I was
no 2004. 2000. No, it was 98, and then 2001. Then 2004 was the last one that came out. Like
95.
95.
I know the first Viper they ever did was the 96 RT10, and that was the first Venom.
95.
That was it 95?
95 was the concept year.
No.
Yeah.
No. 96 was the first time Hennessy redesigned it into the Venom, but they didn't do that until the 2000s.
No. Okay, remember, so the Viper came out in 91.
The RT10 was the first year that they went away from the V12. It was called the RT10 for the 10-cylinder.
Okay, so in 91, they came out with the Viper RT, right? Okay, so that line carried till 95. And in 95, they did a redesign. They redesigned the motor, they redesigned everything else. But then, in that same year, they came out with the Viper 2-Scan, which was a concept car, and they put it in the video game Gran Turismo. Remember, it was the orange Viper that could not handle shit.
Yeah.
So this is where you guys are getting construed on. Like, remember, go off of that line now. So then you go off of there. 97, 98, 99.
Yeah, but 96 was the first year for the RT10.
No, 96.
They may have done the redesign in 95, but it didn't hit.
That's what I said. It was a concept year. And so it carried over from 95 into 96. They kept the concept year.
Okay,
97
the was one of the
launched the actual. 97 they launched the actual production line, and that would have been a 98 year car. So they would have called it a 98, but it would have been built in 97.
Yeah, fall of 97.
Yeah.
But no, the first Hennessy Viper they did was an RT10. It was a blue and white convertible. That beautiful blue with the double white racing stripes, and it had a black convertible top. And they turned it to a wide body. It was the first ever Viper wide body.
Here is my.
Yeah.
Here's the.
You remember that one?
The chest for
you
the.
You guys remember the Viper show?
No.
Oh yeah, I remember Viper the show. That's where the car was the superhero.
Oh god.
Yep. It could turn up. Basically, it was a Dodge Viper that had all the superpowers of the Batmobile and some lame detective.
And kit.
Yep.
Oh,
And then
so it's a cheesier version of Knight Rider with a cooler car.
yeah, except for I think it had like
Yeah,
Pamela
except
Anderson
but
in it, didn't it?
Oh, that would have been worth watching then.
Didn't it have like Pamela
but no,
Anderson
here's
and
the thing:
Carmen Electra or something?
the car could actually kill, and it
Yeah,
had EMP cannons and grappling hooks in the fucking mufflers.
yeah. It had some crazy stuff going on in that car.
And it had a bulletproof shield, like it would like nanomite shield. Like the car like transformed, and then the mufflers would pop out, and there was the weaponry, and it also
Sounds
had
like
an
it should have been a
AI
spin-off
system,
of G.I. Joe. Sponsored by God.
like on crack version. But it was still
I'm
cool
glad I never
because
saw
I've
that.
seen
That
that.
would have been horrible.
It's like
I
somebody
watched
took the Sequest design and applied it to the car.
it. You said Sequest.
Like yeah, I know. I'll see how nerdy I am.
All
So
right,
white and nerdy. Like, have you guys seen the Daniel Radcliffe is playing Weird Al?
yeah, I've been knowing about that for a while. It's hilarious.
Like,
Apparently,
I
it got
haven't
good
seen.
reviews.
Oh shit, we got the shit emoji.
The shit emoji. Yep. Carrie, have you watched it?
What, do people not like our Viper talk?
Oh no, Carrie was talking about the Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, what are you even talking about?
I think that'd be funny, but I don't.
Daniel Radcliffe is.
He's playing Weird Al in the new Weird Al biography movie.
Oh, God. He's getting
Fucking
there now.
nuts, man.
Well, he hasn't been in anything since the Harry Potter like Return to Hogwarts, so he's kind of hurting for money, I bet.
Well, he did that.
And Horns flopped.
That Guns Akimbo movie was pretty good.
Like, I haven't seen that one yet.
It was a pretty good movie. I did not hate it.
But you did not love it either, did you?
I wouldn't say I did not love it. I would say I did not hate it. No, I mean, like, no, what I mean by I did not hate it was, like, I thought it was a really good movie. It had a great, fun story. You know, it made me forget about life for 30, 45 minutes. You know, it wasn't, that's what I mean. Like, I didn't hate it. It wasn't my top 10 favorite movies of all time. That's a hard list to get into. But,
like, it wasn't, like, I know one movie that probably wasn't in there either. G Survivor.
G Savior?
Yeah. Like the live action G Savior.
That's sacrilege. You don't speak of that.
I know. Every Gundam fan hates that movie.
Oh, it's not about hating it. You don't speak of it. Don't acknowledge its existence. It's like one of those Gundam movies, you know, where it's like, you guys could have just waited and made a better movie.
Yeah. And I'm like the manga was decent, but like that movie, no.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a good movie. Inception.
It's alright.
Yeah,
I won't hate on
decent.
that. It's a good movie. It's alright.
Like different type of design, like it's a different concept. They're like coming out with like a similar movie, but it's more like the thing is in her mind, and like she goes to the future because of something type of machine and her mind. Like, it's coming out on Netflix apparently, or Amazon Prime, one of the two. Similar like design, like machine side of it, like yeah.
D2.
Huh?
I'm sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I was reading what part I needed next for this.
Oh,
it said
a blue 2. Okay.
A D2. A D2. R2.
Oh, a D20. Okay.
Yeah. Autua de Tilla.
Are you gonna roll 20?
No.
Are you sure it wasn't that 20?
I'm pretty sure.
Autua Hampua.
Jedi Master Luke Skywalker.
Wabba Fubby.
The what?
Wabba Fetty.
Wabba Fetty?
Yeah.
That's a bit random.
I'm fired. Okay, I get it. What if there was a Wookiee that was a rapper? Wabba Fetty.
No.
What would you call a Wookiee rapper?
Oh, was it Chewbacca's niece? She's a rapper.
Chewbacca?
Hipaka?
Chewbacca?
Chewbacca.
Yeah, that doesn't look like a predator head, man.
Put some dreads on it.
Oh. I put dreads on that robot.
Hey, man, yeah.
No, man. No dreads for that robot.
No dreads for that robot.
You can't be dreading up every robot, man.
Thank you, Hermes.
Run around just putting dreads on all robots. Like, you can't be putting dreads on all robots. You'll be dreading up the robots.
Not every robot roasts the chicken.
How did the robot chicken get across the street?
Yeah, Mario.
Oh,
Mario
no.
World.
Yeah.
That was a good question.
Oh,
How
God,
did robots
that sound, the sound of my head.
Doot.
He warped.
Doot. So big old shield.
Yeah, it's got a massive shield, but so does the sea. I've got a sea shield on my GBM Gundam.
Gundam Breaker Mobile.
Yeah, I've got the beam rifle and the shield. The rest of it is like it's the Master
I got
Gundam
my
core
Gundam to
and the engine.
709,000 today.
Like I've got to play some. Like I've kind of lacked off on it lately, but I've been kind of busy with other things.
I just check in once a day.
I've got the Sea Gundam shield, beam rifle, and then heavy weapon system in UI, and then new Gundam arms and head, and a Master Gundam core, and then the heavy weapons in U-High-V back unit. And it's still a badass Gundam. Like, don't get me wrong. I just need to upgrade the Master Gundam core to gold, because the rest of it came gold. That took a while to build. That took a while to piece together. Like my Gundam team on that has a lot of like. There's not one thing under like or like what is it like red or something like that, orange, gold. A lot of it's gold. The rest of it's kind of like a purple color, whatever that is, color that is. Or fuchsia for all I know.
I've just got a sick ass Gundam right now on that game. I'm so proud of that Gundam.
Like I've got a good Gundam too, but yours is fucking yours is wicked. Got the aerial shield.
I just don't try and fight it. No. Yeah, that aerial shield really souped my Gundam up hardcore.
I wish I could get that shield.
Oh man, I got lucky. I got it on my 4th try.
Right, yeah, that's definitely luck right there.
I worked 1,500 worth of chips or whatever 4 times, and on my 4th try,
right, yeah.
I got it. So,
like, how long did it take you to get that much chips, or did you buy them?
No, I had to earn them. I don't pay for stuff on video games like that.
Good.
So I had to earn them. You can earn them by level 25. By the time you get to level 25, if you do all the check marks on all your missions, like all 3 check marks on every mission you ever do, you get 10 to 20 chips per check mark. So you can get 30 to 60 chips per mission. Do the 100 missions they have you do, and the minimum you're going to get is 300 chips, you know? So if you go up to the 600 mission marker on mission 6, you'll get, you know, it'll average out. You'll get your 1,600, you know. You'll get your, it builds up a lot faster than it seems. And
yeah, it does. I got pretty far, you know, like.
And yeah, Hiko made that same comment.
I need everything unlocked
now. Did you spend money? I thought that was funny.
But no, like, I think, like, there are people out there that do that, though, you know? I'm like, you're an idiot. Not you, but, you know.
Yeah, once in a while on, like, a Magic the Gathering, the arena game, I'll get a couple bucks and throw it on there. But there aren't very many of those cell phone games that I'll willingly just spend money on.
I mean, it's all well and good
until... They're buying Dogecoin on fucking crypto markets.
Doge, huh? You can be Doge now with Elon Musk, huh? Doge. Yeah, Doge it up with Elon Musk, buddy.
Right. He's like really cool. And then he kills off Twitter and then turned it into a way for the online purchases and stuff that aren't being allowed yet.
Yeah.
Alright, so does that mean he's going to take over Amazon next?
Apparently, the conspiracy theorists say that next month that we're going to switch to 100% digital currency. This is what the conspiracy theorists are saying. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen either because there's going to be some rich guy who's not going to get his $2 tip and he's going to be pissed.
Yeah. And then it's going to be World War III between the rich people.
I need my tips.
My barbecue tips.
Barbecue. Don't know.
Barbecue tips.
He's probably got it. A B A B 2 B2 B2.
B2.
This is B1.
To be or not to be? For that is the question.
To suffer the slings and arrows about riches and misfortunes, or to wage war against the sea of troubles.
Sure.
The question is, well, you know, the answer is Barbertoast Lupus Rex.
That's how you piss Gary off. Tell him the only correct answer is Barbertoast Lupus Rex.
Yeah.
God damn. The question is,
God damn,
Well, I mean, what beats a phantasm? Barbertoast Lupus Rex. On crack.
Oh no.
That would be bad.
Crack
toast Rex.
Jesus. The love for that Gundam is just so prevalent in this conversation.
Like, we're probably gonna get booze. We're probably getting a lot of booze from somebody right now. I don't know who, but it's probably.
No, it's all good fun because, like, it's just too funny. It's funny because people get so fired up. Like, all I think would destroy everything. Yeah, who cares? Look at you getting all destroyed. All in your head out of your fucking cerebellum.
See,
I just got in your heart, your soul.
No,
I'm in there dancing and jig on your
you know what?
fucking mortality. You just let me get in your head. God, calm down, Garbatos.
Yeah, Garbatos.
Well, I mean, he did take a mass rail driver to the head.
I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I try not to. It's just all good fun because, like I said, it's an open, incredible machine, but I just like ripping it because people get fired up. It's like, I'm like, oh shit, here it comes. Yeah, buddy.
I just love to pick on Terry.
What's that?
I said that just to see what I would get, see if I get a reaction. Kind of my bad, bro, but I just had to see what would happen.
I remember one day we were podcasting. We were talking about our favorite Gundam, and Carrie just flipped out over Gundam Barbatos. Ever since then, I bring it up once in a while. Just, yeah, how do we feel about that guy yet? No? Okay. We'll move on.
Moving onward, not to be exposed to the rear end of the situation, because it's completely shitty.
Yeah.
It's a fun inside joke.
Yep. Literally, it's all we keep doing.
But no. But you know, another one he doesn't like is you know, he'll block people on Facebook for like putting a post of it up.
Profile picture as Gundam Barbatos. You're gonna get blocked.
No, I'm talking about the one that starts with E.
Evangelion?
No, that's not a Gundam. That's not even a mobile suit. That's a bio or that's bio flesh around around a mech frame.
Mech or
it's not even a mech frame.
Yeah.
I don't classify
it's an organic mecha. But no, I was talking about Exia.
Mecha armor, or it's an organic entity with mecha armor.
But I was literally talking about Exia.
Oh, I don't have any problems with Exia.
That's another one so yeah, there's like an Exia model of every shape, size, color, and orientation. It even goes up your ass if you like it.
Exia dildo.
I'm just saying. It's kind of like the garbage. It's like, damn, it's Exia. I mean, you won't find Exia.
No, the only Exia.
Milk crate, or milk carton. Damn.
Like, there's only one Exia one. It's a metal build, and it's the diverse, only because of the sword that he carries. I'd rather have a Diamondese, anyways. I like Diamondese better than I like Exia.
Exia Dark Matter.
Oh, you just got blocked. Well, I mean, the Dark Matter was cool.
Oh no.
The egg.
I mean,
cool. The transit system's pretty awesome. I don't know. The pilot, that's I don't know. I think he's a little twerp, but at the same time,
Seiya.
Yeah.
Like, I've got one of him I've got him for one of my AIs.
Yeah,
he's the one that takes up the rear.
I'm retarded. I've got like 4 or 5 Gundam that I play with, and the rest is just parts. I haven't been nothing with shit. Like, I gotta go look. I got some crazy shit hiding.
Like I've got like 3 Gundams that I use at all times, and like I said, they're all gold and purplish reddish color.
Right on. No, it's pretty fun. It's cool. I like it. I played a couple rounds today and made a couple levels up, so I think I'm approaching the 25 mark somewhere.
Yeah, like my main one has the Master Gundam core. The other 2 have Shining. One has the Shining figures with enhanced Zeta Gundam legs, or ZZ, and it has the Freedom Wings and I think the Master Gundam head. So kind of a plot twist. But the other one has the Woomort, the TR6 arms, the one that have the blades on it. They spin around and like move and everything. And what, like the Gundam X Mao, legs.
Nice. Okay.
And the build booster. So like build strike, full package. The booster from it, the one that turns into a fighter jet, it has that. This.
Alright.
So yeah, it's got that on it. So yeah. I just haven't been able to find the Parvisky version of it yet on the game.
Gotcha.
But I also have the Galaxy booster too.
Damn. Right on.
Yeah.
I need to go digging around and see what I've got hiding in my gift box and shit like that.
Oh, the one that has this on it has the double Z Gundam head. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Like I want to try to get there's a few things on that game I want to try to get. I want to get another set of Freedom Wings.
222.
It's 2:22 when the bell went off. Thank God.
What?
We've been streaming for almost 2 hours now.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to call it a night?
We can.
I'm going to say here within the next 10 minutes. I'm making 2:30 here.
Yeah, it's well, 8 minutes. Got 8 minutes until the end there.
8 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. And I'll load up and cast out on Sunday or something. The rest of this build. I'll just set it aside until then. But yeah, so
all right.
that's where I got.
I had fun, you guys. That's for sure.
I like that rusty red.
Yeah, I like the colors too.
Yeah,
those are pretty solid colors.
Those colors are pretty cool. I just gotta find the colors I'm gonna do this Iron Man build in. Hot
when
rod
I did
red
the Iron
and
Man
gold.
build, I had a lot of trouble picking the colors.
I mean, it's hot rod red and gold.
Yeah, but it was picking the right gold and everything. That was the main problem I was having.
Gotcha.
Okay, yeah, I can see where that could kind of be a problem. Thing is, like, what gold did you go with?
I ended up going with I went with I did all clad chrome and I put all clad enamel yellow over the chrome. And that's how I made my gold.
Huh. Nice.
So yeah, it very different. Very, very different.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it works. I mean, I've seen the build before, so it's nice. You showed it to me, so yeah.
It turned out
it turned out wicked, for real.
If I ever do another one, I'll definitely course correct and choose a different route. Not saying I don't like the finished product that I have. I feel like that gold was a little too yellow. The yellow was just real strong with that color. So that's the big main drawback for that kit. If you really ought to know.
Well, I just probably will buy more like a more chromed out gold than anything. Like, because I want to kind of give it that, like, superior Iron Man look to mine. But with the gold instead of the silver.
Okay. It wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah. Kind of like what they use as the re-entry stuff, like the chutes and stuff off of, like the Moon Rover and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like that. Or the Mars Rover, I should say. Alright.
All right, so I'll give you a quick size comparison.
Oh.
Oh wow. Like yeah, that's bigger. But that looks like that's a pretty cool looking build so far.
Yeah. So it's still a 144 scale, and it's nearly the size of a 1/100. So yeah, that would be that.
Well, I mean the C, the Penelope, and that particular model are all bigger even in the show.
Yeah, I mean they're considered they're a new class.
They're called Mega. Like
they're either calling them Titan class or Colossus class. I can't remember, but it's the new class of Gunpla.
Yeah.
Or not Gunpla, but it's actually a new class of Gundam
Suits.
in UC.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
they're supposed to be the last of the large Gundams. After Hathaway's Flash, the Gundams are supposed to significantly drop in size. And then it leads out to F91 and post colonies and stuff like that. So with F91, like think how small that Gundam is compared to the rest of the Gundams that came before it.
Like I don't know about F91. I'm not too I like some of the tech that's in it, but I don't like I like the design kind of, but like the hyper system on it was too. I don't know. It just had too many flaws in it, I guess, for me.
You could suck in a couple Cobra chickens and blow your Gundam up. No, I mean...
Yeah. A couple space chickens later. Boom!
Yeah. That's what I was thinking about it. Alright, we're down to 3 minutes.
Space chickens later, your radiator's overheating.
First strike.
What just went in my grill?
Kentucky Fried.
Alright. Thank you everybody for coming out, hanging out with us tonight. It's been another great night. We will continue to produce all fun, great shows and talk as much trash as we can. Long live the king.
Hell yeah. Check out Patreon. Check out the website.
2.5 minutes.
Make a donation. Support the cause.
Yeah, I should probably go over there and check that to see how much money we're making. See if I'm supposed to be shouting out any new sponsors too. I don't know if we've gotten it. I haven't been huge promoting our Patreon, so it's there.
Right.
We also put things there on Patreon. If you can make a $5, a $10, or a $15 bid, and then you can also buy your own commercial slot if you want. We'll air commercials for you and everything here on any of our podcasts that you purchase. So that is how we sell our commercials it's through Patreon. So everybody knows. Let them go, touch the toes, grab the hose, and take the clothes.
Woohoo!
Getting late, it's time for you to go.
Yep.
Kid Bash Late Night, sponsored by Clarksville Hot Depot.
LLC. Also sponsored by the Model Rocketeer, the Wicked Wookie, Andrew Cosgrove, and Mrs. Websy.
Mrs. Websy.
Yeah,
the official.
she's awesome.
Mrs.
She's the best. This is just last minute. Last minute. Anything else you want to say? Last minute. Get your kicks in. Let them know.
All right, you guys. You take it easy.
All right. You take it easy, bit. You have a great night. I'm going to have a great night. We're all going to have great nights. Night time. Time tonight. Or... we call it late night, but it really goes into the early morning. All right.